Now here's another old suit that I was never been a big fan of it. The Nemo. The weird name to call mobile suit. I'm going to hear a lot of Finding Nemo references here. But it is an interesting mobile suit, to say the least, because I was using it a lot in battle operations too. It's a powerful mobile suit in the game. It has, of course, its head Vulcans. It's very powerful, the head Vulcans. And it has that beam rifle that has a one-shot hit, and then you gotta wait a long time for it to cool down, which also has a stun effect. But of course, the main weapon that I use most in the game, other than of course those weapons and the beam saber, is its long-range artillery cannon, which we are going to customize the crap out of. But first, with this guy, we're going to try to customize it as well. I've been thinking about giving it the unicorn colors that we all remembered in episode 4 of Mobile Suit Gundam Unicorn Gundam. You know what? Let's put it around to start. And the green is kind of shiny on this compared to the box art, which is more, and I wouldn't say more Xeonish color. There is a bit of a lighter tone that you see there. I'm not a big fan of that shield. That shield looks a little wonky, but yeah, I'm thinking of modifying that shield, give it something different, make it a little bit more something different, you could say. And of course, I want to let everybody know, and I mentioned this. I don't know if I mentioned this in the last video with me building the detector. I'm not going to talk about what colors I'm going to use until we get everything finalized, built, and then once everything is all customized and stuff, then I will think about painting. I'm going to be using a whole broad spectrum of colors, you could say. Decals up the wazoo. Also, color pattern will be uniform. Will be all the same in one aspect or another. So I don't want to be. Each mobile suit has its own different color tone. I want to try like a more of a combat unit signature pattern. Again, these are things that we will explore during the course of the build and figure it out. But first, let me remove all these parts off its tree and then review them. So give me some time. Okay, so here are all the parts that makes up the Nemo. Here are all the green parts, the red and yellow and clear parts, the blue parts, and all the charcoal parts here. There's a lot here, which of course makes up the inner frame, weaponry, and all that fun stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna begin removing all these excess plastic, sand them down to make sure they're nice and clean, and then I'm going to do assembly, which I want to do right now. So that way I'm going to assemble it first, look at it overall, and then we'll take it apart later on for painting and customization. But right now we're going to assemble this, so let's prepare the table for that. Alright? Okay, so I just finished sanding down all the parts. Now I'm going to do a quick assembly to see how this Nemo looks overall. So I'm going to begin with the first part, which will be the body, or the torso, excuse me, the torso. So first up, we're going to need this part here, for this peg that goes up here. And that's part done. And then this one, we'll take this, we slide that here, and connect the pilot, the yellow pilot, there. Also, I'll get that there as well, get that prepared. Now, the joints, hold on. I have this part like, actually no, like that. I'm going to take this, bring that around like this, so it looks like that. Push it in, and then of course you have a cover here. Oops, the other one. There we go. So it looks like that. Let's repeat the same part. Where are you? There we go. Alright, so this one bends forward, so this one goes here. Go like that. This one goes here. Okay. Once everything is all secure, seal them up. There we go. So that part is done. I take this part here. Let's see. Bring this around and connect this like this. Followed by this part that snaps in here. This red part has this part here. So that part is done. And then you have the neck part. I'm going to sand that down later on. But then we'll slide it here onto the poly cap that you put in here, like so. This one will snap here, like so. This one will slide in, like so. There we go. So it looks like that. Now, take this, put it in through here. Back armor goes there. Oh, that was actually nice and smooth. And then the front armor like this. Front armor like that. Then we have the two there we go. That's actually should have been pushed in all the way. That just did it right now. We have this part here. And then this one. Wait a minute. Everything has a reason. Alright, so that is that way. So then this is this way. There we go. And then this is like that. There we go. Simple and easy. Oh, that was actually relatively painless. As you can see, a lot of scarring here of the sanding. I'm going to continue sanding it down and evening it out, and we are going to talk about scribing because there's a lot of real estate here, here, and here, and around here. But that's not. We're going to talk about that later. Right now, let's just assemble it to see how it looks. So the torso part, the torso of the Nemo, is now complete. Let's move on to the next part. Next up is the backpack. It's actually pretty simple, nothing different here. Whoops, let's put it the other way around. Come on, get in there. Alright. Now we have these two little parts here. One goes there. One goes there. Whoop, there it is. I'm going to put this on. There we go. And you know what? I just noticed something. Let me just check something here. Yeah, you know what? I thought there was one, but I guess I was wrong. There are these little blue parts here, and I thought it was one part, but actually it's two. So that one will go here. And let me search for the blue. I'll use my better nippers. Been meaning to buy Godhead ones. Maybe this year I will buy one and see how it is. Oh. No, it's the other way around. There we go. Then we have this part here that goes in the back. So, and then this one will go there, and this one will go here. Then you have the red parts that go there and there. Neat. Good thrusters. Nice little vents there. I gotta sand it down, but okay. Backpack is complete. Let's now move on to the next part. So the next part is going to be the head of the Nemo. And I was a bit surprised that when I saw this, I saw this part, which is, okay, this is the sensor pod that, the sensory array that will be seen through the visor. But I thought there was going to be another part behind it, so that way I can put it on top of the inner, on top of the inner frame of the torso. For this to connect to this, you need to put this poly cap in here, and then put this part in here. Which now there's so much space there that they could have easily put in another, another back part of the gray part, or the charcoal part, so you would have actual, an inner frame head. But I guess they didn't see that, or didn't think about that. No matter. So we have put this one on, then we put the entire head over it, like so. Then we have this little thing here. So it goes like that. And you have the two side cheek armor. One goes there. One goes here. And then finally you have one antennae, which is nice. There we go. There you have it. The head of the Nemo is now complete. Alright, let's now move on to the next part of the build.